Good evening, my wonderful friends. It's Friday, as usual, in the evening, and the video is for tomorrow, for the 25th of October. At the beginning, I would like to announce that the girl who won last week, she won recently a reading as well. Her name is Sylvia Cote. And she said she will donate that winning ability to share this with someone else. So I would like to find a person now who is the winner, because she's giving her prize to someone new. I know sometimes people are winning 2 times, and it was from last 6 days ago, and it was 295 people who wrote comments, and from these comments I'm looking for the winning person. I don't have Cheryl to tell me where to stop, so I will be going, and then coming back. And Nancy Evans, thank you, Violetta. Grateful for all you share. Congratulations, Nancy. And I'm pinning your name on the previous video from last Saturday. So it was October 1825. I have a blouse with the lace on top, black blouse with lace. So please contact me, by sending your phone number on my email, psychicvioletta@outlook.com. I will be happy to do reading for you. And I will be looking Monday, when I will be with Cheryl, for someone who will be winner from this video. So please write your comments, and I will be dedicating one reading, and they are donated by Janet and Tom Burke. Janet passed away last Saturday at 9 o'clock, and they are the wonderful people who donated those prizes. So I talked with Tom today. He is in pain, but he is saying that he is doing as good as he can do. It's very hard. They were 55 years married, and they were wonderful angels walking on the earth. Because Tom was always buying coats for little kids who were unfortunate. So he was always donating coats, and lately they were donating bicycles, toys, cameras, telephones. All the time Amazon was sending them some gifts for those kids. Before she was very sick, they were so active. And the 2 months she was suffering without dialysis. Okay. So please take advantage of that donation by writing your comments. Okay, and I have your questions and some of mine that I will be answering. President Reagan, in 1987, he gave a speech, and he was making opinion about tariffs. And Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, used that speech as advertising, and Mr. Donald didn't like it, so he canceled all trades negotiations with Canada. he terminated everything October 23rd. How that will end? And when I closed my eyes, I saw him being outsider. Not many politicians will be happy to make any effort to sign any contracts with USA if that can be terminated in a split second because nothing is important. The signature is not important. His signature was not important because today he has the mood, like a moody baby. And I think a lot of people will be afraid to make contracts. How would you feel? You can write your comment. How would you feel in someone else's shoes that is going to sign contract and then the contract is worth nothing? And yeah, he will be waiting and waiting and waiting for contracts to come. Legally, they will be making sure that any contract that is suspended has to have some legal background. And that's what he is doing. He's fulfilling his dreams. It looks like he wants to destroy USA. Maybe Mr. Putin told him to do that. Because you can't explain this any other way. He is helping Argentina and not helping his own meat producers. He is giving Argentina $40 billion. Hello? And American farmers will have to pay more because the contract is gone. So if they want to buy something from Canada, they will have to pay more. And they need some stuff from Canada. They will have to pay more for land, wood. So many different things they will have to pay and pay and pay. And Mr. T, Trump, is preparing for trip to Asia. How that will go? And when I closed my eyes, I saw him playing on harmonica. Usually when he is doing that movement, he's not saying the truth. I think it's so automatical at him that he is playing on invisible harmonica and saying things that are not completely reliable. Yeah, people will be crying that they can't make contracts, they can't trust. He will be outsider for sure. And they wouldn't have any way to control this. There is a lot of swords, but they are nothing that those people, those other presidents can do because they don't have any access to, unless they were paying him back pocket, then they can have access to his ear. Otherwise, nothing. And Canadian Prime Minister is not giving the money, so he is enemy. And the visit was okay. Apparently there was some voice was raised. I think Mr. T was raising his voice because Mark Carney is not very much into raising his voice. He's always level. And Mr. T doesn't like to know that someone is strong. When a man is strong, it's never raising his voice. Only when someone is afraid. I learned that long time ago. that strong men don't need to raise their voices. They know what they are doing, what they are saying, and they are not panicking. When the guy is in a panic, he's raising his voice. And ketchup is flying in the was flying in the White House on the walls. So we know who has a temper problem. Will Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, allowed Jack Smith to speak to the Congress? Because Jack Smith wants to talk about how he was running the investigation about January 6th and Mar-a-Lago. And when I closed my eyes, I saw a devil squeezing a book. Good luck. You can squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, but you are not going to squeeze the book. It's not a lemon. So the truth will be there. Eventually the book will be read, and it will be obvious. Jack Smith will have the last voice to say it, and I will put 3 cards. About him and his family, and even GOP, that he was investigating them because Mr. T was calling senators and representatives on January 6th. And he will say who he was calling, because he will be honest guy. He will be great. He is great speaker. I was nicely surprised because I never heard his speeches, and he was talking with Woodwards, I believe. And he will be very strong, very independent, very communicative. Good. And that's what we need. Secretary Hexet directed unlawful attacks on narco-trafficking vessels, killing so many people. So often it's happening. And the question is, what they are, we don't know even if they were real criminals. We don't know what was on the boats because all the evidence is gone. They could take them, but they didn't want to. They just destroy. Well, Secretary Hexet and his boss, Mr.T, be pulled by the International Court to answer some questions. Or will they be even called as criminals? And I see a lot of attacks on them. So yes, they will be eventually under fire. And that's what I saw. But the question, yeah, they will be on a pedestal, visible, magic, and then they will be cutting on work. Eventually, yes, that will happen, but that will cause them eventually not to being able to do those things. They might be cutting from traveling, because if they will travel to Europe, they might be by the collar or by the tie taken to the custodies. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. Yeah, I know he is the king of the world right now. He demolished the White House, part of the White House, without any permission. Normal person who is renting has a position as a representative or senator, even if that person is getting the office, she said, if I would like to put a nail in the wall, I have to apply for permission. Destroying the whole building, part of the building, it doesn't need any permissions. No one is going to tell him. because he is the king. Excuse me. Rachel McDonald, I wonder if they will build the tunnel under over the fault line. So I check what is the fault line. It's like a mountains under the on bottom of the ocean. When I closed my eyes, I saw a shaky ground. And I thought, oh yes, there are so many earthquakes in Alaska. And Alaska areas. So why would they be building extremely expensive tunnel that the traffic is not big enough from between Russia and Alaska? In Alaska, there is not that many people. Kamchatka doesn't have too many people. And it will be very dangerous because every moment the tunnel might be drowned under because of the earthquake. It doesn't make sense. And it will be the longest tunnel on the earth, on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, they will get out of the cave. They will be speaking up how wonderful it will be, and that's a good choice. Maybe for 100 years ahead. I don't think it will be a good choice right now, because they have to have the technology that will protect from earthquakes. And when you're going under the water that low, you need to readjust yourself. Even in the car, that will have to be readjusted. I know how many years that the Channel La Manche was built. I think about 9 years. And it's nothing comparing with what they are going to do. I was living in Bournemouth, south of England, and I remember the guy was floating on some, it's like a kayak over from Bournemouth to France. It was sensation. So it's not huge distance, and it's huge traffic there between England and France. So it was worth it. But it was extremely expensive. Both countries agreed to pay. So those are the tariffs that USA is putting on Russia, letting them to have the contract. I will put three cards to know if they will build that. Oh no, I did already, but it will be a struggle. They will put a nice work. Russia will be happy about this. I did before, sorry. It's a time for the third party in the politics of USA. Most countries have few parties and it's okay, but not in USA. So there's Republicans and Democrats, and now they are choking each other so unbelievably unfriendly. I'm from Canada. I'm from Poland, but living in Canada. So I'm looking from different point of view. It will be good to have a third party. And I saw a young man, great speaker, great communicator. Someone is playing with my hair. Cheryl is always saying that her mother is playing. Might be Janet or my mom. So that person will be great speaker, great communicator. Everyone's eyes will be glued to that person, that guy. And I'm seeing him holding both parties under his arms. So he will be great uniter. And maybe that's what USA needs. People are not happy with even if they are Democrats, they are not happy with their own party. That's true. It's not my imagination. And Republicans are saying, "Oh, we were voting for him, but we are not happy what he is doing now." So will there be a third party soon? Soon, dates are not for me. Psychics don't really see a time. Eventually, yes, that will be legal. Some good speaker, good fighter, good guy with good values, powerful, will get out of nowhere and will create the magic. Oh, great. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for the country to experience something normal. You know, because Wolves, Namis, Namis, Namiswan, 88. Sorry for butchering your name. Will the Senate and House go blue in midterm? Only if Republicans will not cheat. So I see an eagle flying over the nest, and the eagle has a blue flag, just blue, one color. So it will have to protect. Eagles are usually symbol of countries. So many countries are choosing eagles in Europe as a symbol of protection, being really good parents to the little tiny eagles, and they are usually very concerned about the nest, and it's like the country. So they will have to protest the constitution and the fairness of the elections, because right now we know gerrymandering is going all. They are going to shower with so many different electors. They are approving them in every Republican state. Democrats are trying to do that. It's eye for an eye, but it looks like they know that they are stronger that way. They will be backstabbing Democrats and looking different way, looking, oh, we can do this, we can do that, and a lot of crying about that, a lot of broken relationships, and people will be disappointed. So you need an eagle to protect you, to protect the constitution, that everyone's vote. I think they have to somehow say, oh, you have a list who you want to vote, Democrats and Republicans, but not by the area where you are living. And so many for that many millions, so many for that many millions, and maybe that will be more fair. I don't know, but I'm not politician. I'm just psychic. Excuse me. It was such a nice day today, so we went for a walk around the pound. So it was super nice. 17 degrees around 7 o'clock. That's beautiful. Okay. This one is hard. Katie Porter. She was represented from California, and somehow she wanted to run for Senate, and she lost with Adam Schiff. He was the winner. So she lost. Now she's fighting to be a governor. And there was over a week ago, video cruising about her temper. Apparently she has a short temper. Not apparently, I have seen that on the video. She had an interview and she left the interview because something was not working, and then they show another one when she was screaming at her staff. And then I sometimes I watch Fox News to have different opinion, and I saw them selling how that she was taking anger management when she was divorcing her husband because she poured hot potatoes on him and burned him. So she was going for the course. It's not flattering. So I wanted to know if this will help her. And I saw her balancing. She will be able to balance, and maybe because usually she's the sweetest girl on she was the sweetest girl on the Congress with her innocent face asking super smart questions. She's a professor of economic. So she is, but she can be very tough. And I was wondering if that anti-advertisement will hurt her. And I think, no, it will balance. Maybe they need some lady who can be a bee, queen bee. I'm not meaning that but she's not an angel. Even she has a very angelical face. So how that will be? She will be confused how to fight. She's very good mother, but sometimes she is not perfect. Dysfunctional family and perfect family. So they will be using even her kids against, and we don't know how close she is with her kids, because if she has a temper, that might be her weakness. I'm wishing her all the best, because I was adoring her when she was on floor in the as a congresswoman. She was super good. Write me a comment what you think about Kathy Porter. What is the future? Oh no, that one is already done. Advanced imaging. Oh, Trump was taking advanced images about his health, and apparently he is so healthy that he went to the hospital. Few months he had one in April, and now in October he had to do another one. And advanced images are like MRI, CT scan, PET scan, and SPECT. So those are important tests. I will pull from Nate's card to see what is with his health. What do you mean? I was doing something wrong? Well, of course, he is eating so badly. His hands are swollen. He might have so many illnesses, and because of his lifestyle. Well, yeah, he is exercising by driving his vehicle around golf club and not sleeping enough, not relaxing. He might be paying price because it looks like he is going to argue. I will pull 3 of my Kate's black cards because Nate's cards are wonderful. And yeah, he will need to have some support eventually from doctor. good harvest, but something will have to be balanced. So they are checking what is wrong with him. I don't think he's too healthy. Yeah, even that. He was showing how much poo he can do from the plane for entertainment only. So we have to believe him. When someone is saying to you who they are, trust them. And he might, I said long time ago, his guts are probably very weak. And that he was wearing diapers long time ago. It was a lot of talk about this. He might still be doing that. And I want to put prayers for the storm Melissa. It's still a storm, and then it might change into hurricane. So far it did damages in Jamaica, Haiti, and now probably, but in Cuba will be making damages. I have to pray that it will safe, it will slow down. It is slow, that it will kind of dissolve and not being dangerous to rest of the journey that is planning to go. See you Monday. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your thumbs up. And the new thing that Cheryl is talking about, that you can appreciate my video. See you Monday, and please write your comments so you can be lucky person on Monday. Okay, see you. Bye bye.